If you are a woman and your husband is living in America, Canada, Europe, Australia, this message is for you. And if you are already in Europe, America, Canada, Australia, and you are happily married, or you guys are having issue, this message is still for you. No matter what, I repeat, no matter what, never you use your children against your husband. You heard me right. The worst mistake you will ever do is using your children against your husband. Now, let me give you guys a short story. You guys know that I have a son also. I have a son, and I try everything I could to bring my son to Nigeria visiting, not to just carry him come, just to visit Nigeria, nowhere. I try everything I could to take him around Europe, nowhere. I try everything I could to make him visit me maybe every week. He can come to the house, stay 2-3 days and go, nowhere. But the one good thing about it is the woman, the mother, still allow me to see him. He can come, we can talk, but he must go. I'm not allowed to travel with him. I can go out with him. I can go watch his football match. That is the good thing that she did that I will never forget. But the only thing is, she said, I can never travel with him. So what I did was, I keep doing what I'm supposed to do as a father. I keep pushing. I keep making sure that whenever I'm in Austria, I'm with him. He visits me. I go watch his football. I took him around sometimes, go shopping. You understand? Until when he's 17. So I called him. I said to him, "Nah, we are going to Turkey, family holiday. So are you going or not?" He said, "No, yes, I would like to go, but I have to ask my mom." I said to him, "Bro, you are 17. Your mom doesn't have anything to do with this. It's your answer. If you call me and tell me, Dad, I'm not going, I know that you are the person that said it, not your mom, because now it's you to decide." After 2, 3, 4 hours, he called me back. He said, "Dad, I'm going." You can imagine, I tried my best from when, let's say, because I left him when he was 6, but I make sure that I was part of his life. Sometimes I'm not in Austria, but even though when I'm not in Austria, I try to call, I try to be connected, I make sure that I do those things that I'm supposed to be doing. Until when he got to 17, I said to him, "Boy, time for you to act." We went to Turkey together, family trip. After then, 18, now he can come to my house, stay there 4 days, 5 days. Even though she's the one with him for almost 95% of his life, still, she felt that the guy is seeing his dad as the best. This woman frustrated me. There are so many things that I would have said, but I will not say here. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is this. If you as a woman, because you think that you have the power, you live in abroad, you have the power over your man, and you want to use his children against him, you frustrate him, you don't even allow him to see them, because there are ones that they cannot even allow you to see your children. No matter what you do, they will not allow you to see the children. I'm telling you the truth. Those children will one day turn around and tell you, "Mom, to be honest, Mom." God. You one day realize that what you are doing is the worst mistake of your life for not giving that man access. If you have problem with your husband, please take your children out of that issue. Don't allow your children to be part of your problem, because your problem with your man does not concern your children. But there are so many men I also know that don't understand what fatherly love is all about. There are so many men that don't care. They always say, "Yeah, when he grow, he will look for me. That is the worst mistake he will do as a father. No matter what, that is the worst mistake you will do as a father. I remember when things were very difficult with me and the mother of my son. I spoke with my in-law. He said to me, no matter what you do, make sure you take care of your child. Make sure you are providing, no matter how little you have, make sure you are doing it. Make sure you are connecting with him. In this life, one good thing about this life is this. If you do good, good will always be there for you. If you do bad, bad will always be there for you. So you as a man who think that, okay, no matter what, okay, let her be doing whatever she's doing. I know the moment the child grow, he will look for me. That is the worst mistake you will do, because of you feel like, no matter what, he will still come back to you. No. You need to partake in that guy's life. You need to push. Push hard as you could. I understand there are so many women that even no matter what you push, still they will say no. I'm talking to those women right now. The worst mistake you will do is to bring your children between your problem and your man. The worst mistake you do is when you bring your children, you tell your children this and that against your husband or your ex. In this life, one good thing about this life is this. Your children are a gift given to you by God. One day, all of them will leave your home. You left your mother, you left your dad. The same way, one day, these children will leave you. They will leave you and then have their own family. You might want to, no, I want to be with you. I want to live in your house. You might want to do that, but these children, their husband or their wives will not allow it. And I know no parent want their children to live with them forever. So if you have this, then you have to understand the most important thing that you have to do is when you are having issue with your husband, please let these children be out of it. No father, I understand, no father will want to hurt his own children except he's mentally not stable. If he's mentally not stable, then it's another thing. But as far as that person is perfectly satisfied, okay, I don't see the reason why you would deny him access. I don't see the reason why you will not allow him to see his children. I don't see the reason why you will not want him to talk with children. But the truth is, one day those children will grow. One day they will leave you. One day they will find out the truth. That's why I said, you as a man, no matter what, make sure you try anything possible to have a relationship with your children. Don't be those men that will say, no, after all, when he grow up, he will look for me. That is the worst thing that you can do as a man. Because that young man or that young girl will one day look at you and ask you, Dad, what did you do? Yes, I know that my mom said this, said that, but what did you do to be there for me? Then it's for you now to defend yourself. I did this, I did that, I did this, but I was just frustrated. So people don't understand that in this life, everything has repercussion. Everything that we are doing in this life has a repercussion. I live in abroad. I have a son. I knew what I went through. To be even honest, do you know that my own son, the mother went to court to take sole ownership of my own son? And I didn't know about it. Until one day I went to child support. I told them, you know what, I'm not around, so I want to be paying so. That is how I found out. My right as a parent has already been cut off. And then I said, okay, I'm not going to pay again. They say, you must still pay. Can you imagine? I don't have rights that likes now, if my son is sick, that, they say, okay, the father or the mother has to do, they don't need to call me. If my son, they don't need to call me because I don't have right. But still, I have to pay child support. Oh, you go to court and you got everything. Now you are the sole ownership of the kid. Bro, it expires when that child is 18. That right that you are bragging of, that right that you are holding of, that right that make you feel like, no, now this man will suffer, expire when that child is 18. So, why will you suffer yourself? Why will you work everything and take care of your children? And when he's 18, he's now telling you, Mom, I want to see my dad. So why can't you make sure that the man is supportive? Even though, yes, we are no more together. Yes, you have the right, as I said. You have every right to say, I don't want him anymore. You have every right to say, I need a divorce. You have every right to say, I don't want to see him in my house again. But as I said, you don't have right to say that this man will not see his son. You don't have a right to say that this man will not partake in his child or bring him. So many women are using it as a weapon. But sometimes I look at it and say, why will you use this thing as a weapon against your man or your ex? When you know that 18 years, everything expired. So you work 24/7. Some of us living abroad work 3 shifts. Some of us living abroad work 2 shifts. Some of us living abroad work 1, but 12 hours from morning till night. You work it for years. You bring your child up, maybe 2-3 children. You take them to school. You run there, go and bring them. You go there, go and take them to hospital. And you alone is doing it because nobody to take care of them. You alone must do it. You alone suffered this for 18 good years. And after that 18 years, the child will look at you, Mom, I think I want to see my dad. And then all the work, all the money, all the stress, everything that you put in, you'll be looking at your son and be asking your daughter, why do you want to see him? You say, Mom, I'm 18. I'm a man now. I think I want to hear from my dad also. I'm saying this because this thing happened to me. My son, I tried so many ways to travel with him. No way. The grandmom traveled with him to, maybe the grandmom traveled with him out of Austria. But I, the father, could not travel with my son. But his grandmom traveling with him. My ex was traveling with him. But I could not travel with my own biological son. As I said, but one good thing she did, the mother did, was she gave me access to see my son. Anytime I want to see him, she gave me access to speak with him on the phone. Anytime I want to speak with him. And that alone, that thing alone, if you can do it for your man, if you can give your man access of him seeing his son anytime he wants, if you can give him access of him talking on the phone with his son anytime, or son or daughter anytime he wants, that alone can go a long way. But there are so many women, they refuse the access. You cannot speak with your son. They don't even want you to know where the child is. I understand there are men who doesn't even deserve it because they don't even care. They don't even want to call. They don't even care. They don't even want to do anything. They don't even want to do anything. They don't even want to do anything with pertaining the child. They don't care about whatever the child is doing. They don't care about who the child is with. And those men, I can proudly say, you are doing the worst mistake of your life. You are doing the worst mistake of your life. You can't just father a child and refuse to take responsibility. You can't just father a child and begin to think, yes, the mother did not allow me to see him. So what? Why will I call? Why will I go? Why will I even talk to anybody about it? No, it's her problem. Let her take care of him. After I know, after when he grow up, he will look after me. That is the worst mistake you will do as a man. A man, men that are men, don't do that. You have to understand that a madman can father a child. Do you know a madman can father a child? But even a madman, you cannot take away his child without him putting a fight. A madman can father a child. But believe me, a madman, you can't take away his child without him putting a fight. More or less of you, a man that is healthy, physically sound, and a woman will say, okay, and you cannot, and then you said, no, I don't want to put a fight. It's her problem. After when he grow up, then he will look after me. That is the worst thing you can do as a man. That shows how weak you are. That shows how weak you are. I remember one day I was in Germany. I went to visit somebody, and then we went somewhere. So a young girl of 12 years, she was saying her story. So she said that her dad was deported when she was 4, and the young lady that I'm telling you guys was about 12 years old then. So her dad was deported when she was 4. So when she go to school, she always come with her mom, go back. Dad is nowhere to be found. And she doesn't even have idea if her dad is still alive or not. I look at that young girl. I shed tears because she was saying it with pain. She was trying to communicate to me that, you know what, that I have not seen my dad since I was 4. No communication. So many of them have children and refused to ask questions. So many. But the truth about this is, you as a man, and you have child somewhere else, you don't want to ask, you don't want to take care of the child, you bring this child out. Don't forget that nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Barack Obama, when he was president of US, everybody was saying, oh, he's from Kenya, he's from Kenya. Nobody knows tomorrow. As I said, please, once again, if you are a woman, your husband is planning to relocate you to US, Canada, Europe, Australia, wherever, don't, because you are there, you see what is going on. They say that this is a women country, and then you want to capitalize on it. Sometimes it doesn't go well. I have to be honest with you, 90% of times it doesn't go well. I understand there are so many men who are overdoing it. There are so many men who will also want to do the same thing they are doing in Nigeria abroad without knowing this is totally different system. Where you are working, your wife is working, so you have to understand when both of you are working, it's almost like you guys are almost equal. I know, of course, not equal, but almost. Because you might be working in the morning, your wife will be working in the night. And when she comes back, you want her to make food for you while you are at home, while she's coming back. So she expects you, before she comes back, you're already eaten. But you want her to still come back and then make food for you. Those are the things. Or maybe child support money. Those are the things that are bringing these issues. If you are a man and you want your marriage to last abroad, child support money, take up your eyes there. Let that money be the one that she's using to contribute, at least to do 1 or 2 things, because every woman will go out with her children, they will have to buy 1 or 2 things. And you as a woman, don't forget that your husband brought you in so that you can be a supportive woman. Don't, because you are there, now you see your husband as nobody. It's your family. Because a lot of people are also doing it. If your husband say, okay, let's do this, you say no. Your family has to do that. If your husband say, okay, let's contribute and build a house, you say no, I want to build a house in my own family house. And Those are the things, those are the little things that lead to this problem. Once again, please, if you are a married woman living in Nigeria, planning to relocate, please, no matter the situation, no matter what happened, don't use your children against your husband. Allow him access to see his children. Allow him access to contribute on upbringing of the children. Don't use them against him. Take them away from your own problem. Once again, you have every right to say, I don't want the marriage anymore. You have every right to divorce. You have every right to say, no, I don't want him closer to my house. But have this one. You don't have right to say that you don't want him to partake in upbringing of the children. That is the greatest mistake you will ever do, because 90% is backfire. I'm telling you, 90% it does backfire. My son got to 17 years. I said to him, nah, we are going to talk, and you are going. Don't tell me you are telling your mom. Yes, I have to ask my mom. I say, if you're asking your mommy, anything you tell me here is your decision, not your mom's decision, because now decision lies on you. 18, the same thing. If you check, 18 years, 19, he was always in my house when we are in Australia. He always in my house. He was always in my house. He will be here very soon. He will be in Nigeria very soon. But this is something that I have been asking for past 15 years, 16 years, no way. They say no. But now, you can imagine, she took care of everything. I'm doing my support. It was sometimes, I'm doing my little support because they don't allow me to do what I'm supposed to do. But I try to make sure that the little ones I will do, I'm doing it. You can imagine when you take care of a child for 17 good years, and you say, I don't want you to see your dad. I don't want you to have anything with your dad. 17 years, boom, the guy said, Mom, I spoke with my dad. I'm going to visit my dad. And you, what? There's nothing you can do. That is nothing you can do. So the best thing is, no matter what, let your children have their parents, both parents. I know that so many women use it as a weapon, but that is the worst mistake you will do. Believe me. More stories are coming from my experience living abroad. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, because more stories are coming. And if you are watching from Facebook, please don't forget to follow. Thank you, and remain blessed. This is Ugo Iglet once again.